please join me in welcoming Bob and Colleen into our community as a married couple. As Colleen and Bob commit themselves to each other in marriage, they bring together family and community. They enter into and commit themselves to this new community and ask for your welcome and support as they embark on their new life among you. Now Bob and Colleen are going to tell you a little bit about what they're about as a couple.
Bob and I come from opposite sides of loneliness. Bob from the loss of a wife of 37 years. I from a lifelong habit of self-imposed solitude, reinforced by my occasional forays into outrageously awful relationships. Bob set out not to replace his late wife Pam, but simply to share his exploration of life as a continuous stream of opportunities to learn and enjoy and laugh and love. It's not as much fun by myself, he said. I set out to challenge the demons that told me I had to spend my life by myself, do it all myself, keep it all to myself. Life is too hard by myself, I said. But what I found in Bob is much more than a helpmate. Yes, he has lifted what seems like the weight of the universe off my shoulders. But he has also taught me how to fly, how to hold the feather of dreams and hopes and take that leap into a magnificent flight of being myself rather than being by myself. Indeed, being myself because I'm not by myself. Loving and being loved is the keystone of happiness. Why it took me 56 years to figure that out, I don't know. But then the weight brought me home to Bob. Fully expect the universe to cooperate was the take-home message of my dissertation. At last, I hold that conviction not just in my head, but also in my heart.
Lonesome isn't much of a reason to get married. It's no picnic, but it takes more than that to make it worthwhile to go through all the hassles involved in getting married, particularly these days. The first time I didn't even have a website, let alone grape buckets and a soundtrack CD. Well, the grape buckets aren't happening, sorry.
The grapes didn't happen.
But anyway, it's a lot more work these days. What's a good reason then? I don't know. Maybe finding someone who takes the air away when she leaves the room. Someone who laughs at my crummy jokes frequently before I can finish them. Who smiles like an angel and sometimes like the Cheshire Cat. Yeah, like that. Who challenges me to be better than I am and makes excuses for me when I miss. Who brings her gentle magic and renewing smile into a life that I thought was over. Who renews the spirit of one whose spirit was tired and ragged. Who shares my life and my hopes and my terrors and makes me better in every way than I was. Well, I found one. Colleen's all those things and more. I came here seeking light in darkness, running from the dawn, and stumbled on a morning. Perhaps more important, she recognizes that a marriage of almost 40 years leaves behind a presence that never goes away. She recognizes and accepts it without jealousy or resentment. If Pam could speak to us, I know she would love Colleen and bless this gathering and our purpose here today. I certainly know that I love Colleen. I know that I want to spend the rest of my life as her husband, sharing and weathering together whatever life throws at us, the good and the bad and the happiness and the sorrows. I too am counting on the full cooperation of the universe for a long time to come. Let us bring together our lives and find ourselves anew every day.
The song that Bob and Colleen would like us to listen to now comes from the Stephen Sondheim musical Company. In it, Bobby, who's single, looks on in horror as his 5 married friends blunder through their lives and relationships. And at the end, he questions the value of marriage. He says, why do it? It's a lot of trouble and you're going to get hurt. But in the end, he finds the answer to his own question in this song.
And make me aware of being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me sport for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days. But alone is alone. Not alone. Somebody crown me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive.
Some of Bob and Colleen's friends are here to tell you why they think this marriage should take place. Patricia Heineke went to Seattle University with Colleen, and they've known each other since 1979.
As Nat said, I've known Colleen for almost 30 years. I met Bob last night. I'd heard a lot about him, of course, all good, but still, I was thinking, what am I going to say about this marriage when I haven't even met the groom? Turns out I didn't have to meet him. Yesterday, us girls were here for much of the afternoon, and Col was on and off the phone a dozen times, often with Bob. He'd make her laugh just by saying hello, and not just a chuckle. A long, beautiful, Colleen giggle of true happiness. Talk about a cute attack. That did it for me. Colleen and Bob should get married so that the world can enjoy more of those powerful love giggles.
Next, Don's brother. Excuse me. Bob's brother, Don.
Either way. My mother always got our names mixed up, too. It's not too often that people have a second chance at happiness in their lives. Both of these people have had their share of heartaches and heartbreaks and pain. And they met, and a lot of that went away. And I know from a personal aspect that my brother is my old brother again after he met Colleen. And she doesn't know how much I appreciate that. So, may the wind always be at your backs and the road rise to meet you.